if you are scared of or afraid to approach women in public, then what you need to do is you need to go out and practice. But the way to do that is set a goal in your mind of, I want to go out, let's say this month, and I want to get 10 rejections. I want to go meet 10 women, and my goal is to be rejected. And that doesn't mean you're going to be an ass or do something to intentionally be rejected. But what it does is it removes any expectation. So you're going to go up and talk to this woman just to practice doing it. You have disconnected yourself from the result, right? So you don't care what happens. Your goal is to get rejected, so you don't have the pressure and the anxiety on you that, oh my gosh, if she rejects me, it's going to be embarrassing. If I fail, if I don't get her phone number, if she doesn't want to talk to me, that I'm just going to feel worse. But if you have the frame of mind that I'm going to go out and go start introducing myself and meeting women in public, and the goal is to get rejected just so I can get certain number of approaches under my belt and begin to learn and build this skill. If you have that mindset, it just takes the pressure off. So whatever it is that you are afraid of in life that you want to do, you have to do that thing until you're no longer afraid of it. And the only way to get over the fear of going out and approaching women is to go out and approach women. And when you see a woman that you want to approach, give yourself 5 to 10 seconds to get your mind together, come up with what you're going to say. Don't wait longer than that, because if you do, you're going to begin to ruminate, and it's the challenge is going to get bigger and bigger in your head, to the point where you're going to talk yourself out of it. So if you see a woman out somewhere, she catches your eye, you catch her eye, whatever, no more than 10 seconds, walk up to her, find something to say. You can have some phrases that you use on the same ones. I try to look for something situation specific. How is she dressed? What does she have in her cart? Whatever, just find some little something. And again, your goal here is to push through the fear and the anxiety of going up and talking to a strange woman. The goal here is not to get a date, not to get a phone number, not to get a wife, not to get laid. It's to go up and approach a woman so you can get practice at it. So you can also figure out what works. Try bringing up something specific about her and see how that works. Try bringing up, a cheesy pickup line if you want to do it in a funny way where it's obviously a joke. Don't use a cheesy pickup line being serious about it. But whatever it is, however you end up trying to decide to break the ice, go out and try it, see what works. And what you'll find is after you start doing this, it gets a little less painful each time. And then you'll get to the point where you don't mind being rejected, because you realize that you have to go through a certain number of rejections in order to find a yes. So, if you knew that you were going to have to go through 100 no's to get to a yes, but that yes was going to be worth it all, how fast would you want to get through those rejections, through those practice runs? So if you have that mindset and that mentality, you just go out and practice this, and you're not invested in it other than the fact of to see how it works and to get better at it and to push through the fear. It's kind of like being sore after working out. If you get out and start moving around, you'll kind of work through that soreness. You're working through your fear and anxiety. And once you get to the point where you feel confident, where, even you can just walk up to virtually anybody and find some way to start a conversation or introduce yourself, it's going to feel like a superpower, because it virtually is, because so many people are so scared of doing that. So any man that will go up and approach a woman, don't be a jerk, don't be arrogant, don't be an asshole. Be confident, be firm, have something in mind of what you're going to say. And it really doesn't matter what you say, because the woman either accepts you the way she sees you or she doesn't. So she's probably already decided whether she likes you or not before you open your mouth. But you need to say something. If you say nothing, that's never going to work. If you say something stupid, that's not going to work. But just say something, and you'll figure out how to do this. But it becomes like a superpower, and not just for dating, for in business situations. I mean, to be able to go up and introduce yourself to somebody and get some kind of read on their personality, to get some kind of idea of who they are, and also be confident that you can have an idea of whether they're interested in you or not, or whether it's business or friendship or dating. you'll be able to learn really quickly. The more you do this, the easier you'll be able to tell right off the bat if a woman is interested in you. And by the way, while we're on the subject, a few signals. If she does things that expose her wrists, if she does things that expose her neck, if she pulls her hair back like this when she plays with her hair, if she pulls her hair back behind her ear, look at her feet. If her feet are pointing towards you, that's a subconscious indication that she's comfortable being with you. If her feet are pointed away or towards the door, that's a subconscious indication that she is not comfortable. And none of these are reliable on their own, right? You're looking for clusters. You have to have more than one indicator for it to be valid. But you know, if she's reaching out and, you know, laughing, and if she's leaning in towards you, if she reaches out and kind of slaps your hand in a playful way, any kind of touch, any kind of leaning in towards you, moving closer to you, those are the kind of things that you want to look for. If she's making eye contact with you and holding the gaze more than just for a second, another good indicator. So anyway, that's it for this one. I hope you take this out and put it into practice, because that's the only way that it's ever going to work. But just go out by yourself, go out with a friend, go out with a girlfriend, a group of people, whatever, and just start talking to women. You know, if you want to pick one that you think is, you know, go for whatever you want. You pick the woman you want to approach, but go out and do it. And if you do, you will start to see results.